Do you find yourself whispering to the wind, questioning your place in the grand tapestry of life? Have you ever wondered if there's a latent strength, a unique essence that sets you apart, aching to be acknowledged? The Stoics believe that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, a potential that's often veiled by the mists of self-doubt or obscured by the chaos of a frenetic world. The vital question is, can you recognize the signs? Consider the tale of Callista, a woman bound not by circumstance, but by an untapped power simmering beneath the surface of her everyday existence. Each morning, she watched the sun crest the horizon, painting the sky in hues of possibility. Yet, among those possibilities lingered a shadow of uncertainty. Was she truly living in harmony with her inner nature, or was she merely drifting on the currents of societal expectation? Callista's days were tethered to a predictable routine, one that left little room for deviation or introspection. On the surface, her life was one that many might covet: a stable job, a comfortable home, the semblance of a perfect life. But in the spaces between her daily tasks, in the moments when silence reigned, a quiet dissonance hummed, she felt an inexplicable calling, a faint whisper echoing from deep within, urging her to look closer, to see past the veneer of certainty. The moment of reckoning arrived, unexpected and unsought, as such moments often do. It came in the form of a conversation with an old friend who had wandered into her life once more, like a stray breeze signaling a change of direction. This friend, Camilla, was a seeker of truths, a soul unafraid to traverse the unknown. Her presence was a balm and a provocation, a mirror that reflected Callista's hidden yearnings. Over coffee, amidst the aroma of roasted beans and the ambient chatter of patrons, Camilla spoke of her own awakening, a pivotal journey sparked by the realization that life is fleeting, and every day is a whisper of memento mori, an invitation to cherish and act. "We are not made to simply exist, Callista," she said, her voice carrying the weight of ancient wisdom. "Like stones in a river, we are shaped by time and circumstance, yet it is our choice how we allow ourselves to be forged." That conversation planted a seed of inquiry in Callista's heart. It beckoned her to embrace the discomfort of her uncertainty, to dance with the shadows of her own potential. She realized that the symptoms of transition, the restless nights, the unspoken questions, the yearning for something more, were not burdens to bear, but signals that she stood at the brink of transformation. Guided by an intuition she could no longer ignore, Callista sought the teachings of the Stoics. She found solace in the writings of Marcus Aurelius, who mused that our greatest challenge is often ourselves. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way, he advised. These words, like a gentle yet persistent tide, began to reshape her understanding. In the quiet sanctum of her home, Callista turned inward, navigating the landscapes of her mind and heart. The Stoic principles she encountered became her lantern in the dark. She learned to distinguish between what she could control and what lay beyond her grasp. The dichotomy of control, as the Stoics termed it, unlocked a profound freedom. Released from the futility of worrying over the uncontrollable, she poured her efforts into cultivating her character, embracing the virtues of courage, temperance, and wisdom. Gone were the days of allowing others' judgments to cloud her perception of self-worth. Callista discovered that true strength lay in the mastery of herself, in the resilience to endure life's challenges with grace. She embraced the concept of amor fati, loving one's fate, not as passive acceptance, but as an active celebration of the journey itself, with all its unpredictability and imperfection. The transformation was neither sudden nor easy. There were setbacks, moments when doubt crept in like an insistent specter. But Callista persevered, each step forward illuminating the path ahead. With time, she witnessed the change in herself, not as a transcendence of her circumstances, but as an elevation of her spirit above them. Through the lens of this new perspective, Callista understood that her previous symptoms, the restlessness, the sense of being adrift, were gifts, invitations to dialogue with destiny. Her greatest strengths were not in her accomplishments or accolades, but in her ability to adapt, to learn, and to remain steadfast in the pursuit of her true self. As Callista walked through life with renewed clarity, she realized the quiet truth of her journey. The strongest among us are not those who seek to dominate the world, but those who have embraced the art of self-mastery. The chosen ones are those who recognize themselves in their trials, who see each moment of adversity as an opportunity to rise and shine. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting its final golden light across the landscape of her life, Callista stood not in defiance, but in harmony with her true nature. She was not merely a spectator on the sidelines of existence, but an active participant in the unfolding story of the universe, writing her own chapter with every breath. Can you see the signs within yourself? Are you ready to recognize the symptoms of an awakening soul, one that yearns for meaning, mastery, and the courage to be truly alive? The strongest chosen ones are not those who seek recognition from the world, but those who recognize themselves. The call to greatness lies within, and it waits for those brave enough to answer. And now, a final contemplation. As you journey through time, remember the wisdom of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The choice is yours, to follow the call, to embrace your strength, and to step boldly into the life you are uniquely destined to live. Are you ready to recognize yourself?